Boy, you're looking a lot better than you did the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I believe it's at my funeral. My, but a wagon full of travelers.
And a rowdy wagon, right?
Yeah. Isn't it a great night?
Yes.
Well, perhaps I should say, isn't it a great night for a scary story? Phyllis, my dear, do you have a scary story?
Oh, I have quite a few, but you know you are the master of scary stories, so I'm going to let you take this one.
Oh, put me on the spot, huh? Let me think. Oh, yes. Well, my scary story begins with long ago, in this very hollow, far and away from the rest of the busy world of mice and men, there lived a mysterious group of Dutch settlers who were given to all kinds of marvelous beliefs, subject to visions and trances. Why, they frequently saw strange sights, heard music and voices in the night air. The dominant spirit, however, that haunts this region, and seems to be commander-in-chief of all of the powers of this enchanted hollow, is the ghastly apparition of a figure on horseback, without a head. Some say he's the ghost of a Hessian trooper, whose head was blown away by an errant cannonball during a fierce Revolutionary War battle. Right? He's been seen by the country folk, hurrying through the gloom of night, as if on the wings of the wind. My, but you'll have to forgive me if I'm experiencing a senior moment. I'm getting a tad bit ahead of myself. Well, you see, coming into view is a magnificent structure, a building once owned by the prosperous Van Tassel family. Katrina. Oh, Katrina, their beautiful daughter. She was the most sought-after maiden in the hollow. Katrina had a love of music, and she took lessons from the local schoolmaster, Ichabod Crane, who, by the way, had his heart set on marrying Katrina. Unfortunately for Ichabod, Brom Bones, a physically superior suitor, wanted Katrina as his bride. Oh my, but how the Van Tassels, they loved to entertain the locals. And they were quite famous, you know, for their extravagant All Hallows Eve parties. It was at one such party that Brom Bones told Ichabod the legend of the Headless Horseman, hoping to scare him away from Sleepy Hollow, thusly away from Katrina. For you see, dear travelers, the witching air of the hollow can cause anyone's imagination to run wild, filling the night with ghostly apparitions and dark dreams. Phyllis, my dear.
Yes?
Turn the boys towards Wiley Swamp and I'll show these good folk exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't think that's a very good idea tonight.
Oh, my dear, it's an excellent suggestion. And besides that, it's too late. For legend says that to pass this point in the road will send us all back in time to that fateful harvest night I aforementioned. Who on this wagon's brave enough to travel this road?
Me!
Very good.
Everybody!
It was on this very road that Ichabod, the schoolmaster, traveled on the night of the party. Now, just between you and me, Ichabod was not very well liked by the locals. First of all, he was an outsider. Secondly, he was attempting to marry Katrina Van Tassel, and that made the local bachelors very, very angry. Add to that Ichabod's rather odd appearance, which he always tried to hide by wearing a fancy purple scarf and a hat with a large plume feather. Why, everyone simply despised his despicable rules and harsh classroom discipline. The only thing worse were his atrocious table manners. Ichabod's extremely superstitious beliefs, and the very idea that he might one day inherit the Van Tassel family fortune, made all of the local folks cringe.
Oh dear.
What is it, my dear?
As we're entering into Sleepy Hollow Village,
Indeed.
hearing fog,
Fog? Well,
hearing
as I previously mentioned, we're traveling back in time, and you cannot travel back in time without passing through a fog bank. I do have an eerie feeling that like we're being observed.
Who's this there?
Oh, who's this?
Phyllis, is that you?
Where?
That's a bit of a relief, my dear. I thought it was someone else.
Why, Ichabod Crane and his trusty steed Gunpowder. Good evening, sir, and how are you doing?
Well, we were doing quite well up till a moment ago, thank you.
What happened?
Well, I just returned from the Van Tassel family party, which, I might add, they only invite the upper crust, you know.
And they invited your crusty old self?
Well, they invited me, but they also invited Brom Bones. You know him and his stories.
Telling tales was Brown.
Yes, well, one story in particular has me a bit set to the side this evening, I must say.
And what is that, Ichabod?
Well, he mentioned the headless horseman and that he lives in the cemetery there. He says the headless horseman travels up and down this same path each evening in search of his head blown up by a cannonball.
And Bones also mentioned that the horseman carries a carved pumpkin held aloft. The flames from within lighting his way as he stands in the hollow.
Goodness heavens, yes, he mentioned all that. He was very detailed. He left nothing out, I can assure you. He also says the horseman must return to the cemetery each evening before sunrise to rest. My goodness, you know what that means?
Indeed.
So if you know that story as well, it must be true, if but not somewhat. Phyllis, I was about to make my way to the schoolhouse, but I believe the road does narrow a bit ahead, so I will let you pass before me, and I will follow reluctantly.
Yes, Ichabod, travel behind us, brave.
Right back here.
Oh, Ichabod, look at this magnificent piece of real estate we're about to enter. The local Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. And look, an unearthed coffin, which looks to have been occupied not that long ago.
Heavens, Phyllis, who picking the pace there? We need not be here any longer.
I don't want to go much further. I think we need to turn around.
Yes, maybe we should turn back now while we have the chance.
Holiday! We will not turn this wagon about. We will travel into the hollow and let this tale unfold this eve. We will wagon full of anxious ears and inquiring minds. And besides, Ichabod, is it not a lovely night to travel the hollow?
Yes, I disagree.
But Ichabod, look how the Spanish moss hangs scorchingly in the trees. It's a gorgeous harvest evening. Oh.
Looks kind of eerie up. Well, why?
Pumpkins?
This is the Tuesday pumpkin patch one.
Why, Ichabod, this must be where the horseman gets his pumpkin before his nightly ride.
There should be quite a bit more pumpkins, should there not?
Well, with the advent of such few pumpkins, he will surely soon be looking for a human head. Wait, look, it's old Bruce the Beggar from Sleepy Hollow. He will not speak with you at the moment. He's conversing with his wife.
You do need to turn if you do have the chance to.
I see a fork and a note up there. And a sign.
A sign? Can you make out what it says?
Way, wrong way.
Right way, wrong way.
Wrong way! Wrong way! Wrong way!
We're on a haunted wagon ride. We certainly wouldn't want to go the right way, now would we?
No!
Left way is obviously the wrong way.
Come on. Right is wrong, wrong is right, I tell you.
Now listen, in my schoolhouse, I teach all my children, right is right, left is always wrong, you mustn't go that way.
Come on. We cannot have any fun if we go to the conservative right. We must go to the liberal left.
By going to the wrong way, you will obviously be going obviously a certain doom for everyone, and we need to go right, yeah?
Don't be daft, man. Follow in behind us. We're going to go to the left, which is the wrong way, which I assure you will be the right way. Ichabod. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can convince Ichabod to follow us. Ichabod!
Chicken!
Ichabod, if you travel the right way,
Chicken!
watch your back.
Out there, Ichabod.
Oh my, but please in the end, I have traveled this road many times. My dear, your ears are deceiving you.
Well, I tell you what, there's no lights up here.
Well,
None.
there shouldn't be. We should come up on a darkened schoolhouse.
All right, here we go. I see some lights.
You do?
Yes.
Lights?
You sound surprised.
Well, if there are lights, that means that Ichabod did indeed return safely to the schoolhouse and illuminated the lanterns.
Oh, there he is, right there.
Do you see gunpowder tied out?
No, let me pull a little bit.
Now turn the boys to the G side, and we'll pull up and see if we can look back in the woods and see Ichabod. He's probably hiding somewhere back there.
Where's the fog machine?
My team just seems to be so hesitant. They don't want to go.
Well, stop them right here then, my dear. This is good, right here. Let me turn my lantern up and... Ichabod, are you there? Ichabod! Oh, yes, here he comes. He was back in the woods. Well, Ichabod, what are you doing back in the woods? What is that? Why, but Phyllis, that rider does not have a head, and he's holding a flamed pumpkin. Phyllis, we have stumbled upon the headless horseman.
Oh, no.
Get the boys up and out of here. Immediately. Perhaps he will stay right there. Oh. He seems to have taken up a course that is parallel to our direction.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, no, he's making his run at it. Do not fear, dear travelers, for the legend says the horseman cannot cross the bridge. Horseman, you may only stand on the bridge and cast your eerie shadow upon the trees of the house. Get the boys up around the bend right there. I don't have much faith in the legend at this time. Yes, just stop right here for a moment.
Oh, my God.
Let me do a rather informal head count. Is everyone all right?
No.
Everyone still have their head?
No.
If you don't have your head, please speak up.
I don't.
Well, oh dear me, I think that gentleman would like to have a new head. Listen, my dear, things seem to be in order back here, but I do have a suggestion.
What's that? Another one?
Yes, that we step the boys up and head back to the tavern and be done with this tale immediately.
Oh, that's great. That's the best idea.
Yes, we shan't want to deal with the horsemen anymore this evening. But I do wonder what indeed happened to Ichabod Crane. He did take the right way, or perhaps someone changed the signs.
I think I see something that's not very good.
What is it, my dear? What is this we have here? Wait, well that's the feather out of Ichabod's hat, and it looks like Gunpowder's bridle and collar. Is there anything else strewn about? Do you see, my dear? Where? Oh, my. But look, it's Ichabod's fancy purple scarf. Well, I do not think things have boded well for Ichabod the schoolmaster. Children, come tomorrow, there will be no school. Phyllis, let's get back to the tavern.
Well, you know Ichabod. He's such a chicken. You know, he might be just out here lurking and waiting for us to go by. So let's keep an eye out for him anyway. Give him a ride.
He may have seen the horseman and took refuge in the underbrush like the coward he is.
Hey, step up.
Well, let's see if we can see Ichabod in the underbrush. Ichabod? Are you there? What's this? Why, that's a smashed pumpkin. Wait, here. Oh, why, that looks like Ichabod's shirt. Ichabod! Where? Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, no, my dear, that's merely a bush that looks like an equine. Ichabod, come on to the underbrush and be done with this, I tell you. We're heading back to the tavern. We'll give you a ride. Behind us! And he's wielding a rather large blade with a keen edge. The fire coming from his steed's eyes. Now he decapitated Bruce the Vega. Oh my! Obey your chase, horseman! You must terminate your pursuit! He's making another go at us! He looks terribly determined this time. You must obey your taste, horseman. Do not travel into the cemetery. Well, I can still see him, my dear. But he seems to have taken a different direction than ours, thank goodness. Well,
Come on, Woofy.
that does what indeed happened to Ichabod Crane. Was it from bones? Or did Ichabod Crane fall victim to the legend of the Headless Horseman? I will leave you to your imagination, Sleepy Hollow. Well, Phyllis, my dear, this is my stop, and I do have some rather urgent business to attend to in the cemetery. So I'm going to bid you all a fond farewell. I do hope you have a happy Halloween, and I hope you have safe passage back to the tavern. Good evening.
Good evening.
Later, Dad. Oh, Mr. Goodbye.
Yes, my dear?
Would you do me a very, very personal favor?
Why, certainly.
Would you please tell Katrina I said hi and give her my warmest regards?
Oh, I will indeed.
There, Dad.
Horseman. Oh, yeah. Horseman. A very well job done. Very well job done indeed. I shall take up refuge in my coffin and will wait for more unsuspecting travelers.
Go clear your head, pal.
That's good.